Hello everyone and welcome back to Alchemy Factory. We are gonna see if we can get some interesting things done today. Let's get into it. Okay, so we know that the main quest wants blast potions and we can get there eventually. But anyone else who's been paying attention during this playthrough has noticed that we have the fertility catalyst showing up. Now, World Tree Nursery. Okay, that's next. With fertility catalyst, not only can we use it to make some soaps, which are going to help us with financing everything, we can use them with this right here, the unstable catalyst, to generate us what we need. Let's see. This is made in an advanced blender. That's an advanced assembler. Let's grab our blender. Okay. Let's go get us some glass. I swore I had glass around here. Did I wrap it up around the building? No. Oh. Over here. Boom. There we go. Okay. There we go. A little better. I'm sure plenty of people have been sitting there cursing the idea of me just leaving it there. Let me remember though. This is gonna need the liquid input, so we can't quite butt it up, but we can do that. This has only got one output, so do that. Take that. Now the next thing we're gonna do, for now, we're gonna do this. It's gonna take a while, but we're not actually in a rush while we're building it. Just preloading it. Oh, I'm sitting there like, what's that? Mushroom powder. We need our plants. Where are plants? Oh plants, oh plants, oh where can you be? Oh plants, oh plants. Oh, there we are. Our nursery. Now, one of the things that we do need, and we're gonna have to find out the price tag on it because seeds are expensive. Lavender is 16 silver. I'm trying to find it. There's all these like random quests we could do to boost our income, and we've never really had a need for it. There we go. Cool. Let me grab 13, 14, 15, 16. Now I am aware we are coming up short on change, and that's mostly due to the fact that a lot of our products are quite expensive right now. One of the reasons why we're gonna probably look into doing the lavender soap as well so that we can have a money-making venture. Which reminds me, do that, and now we're up here a little easier. Choose there, and then I'm gonna grab one of you just for now. Then let us go. Oh, V. Now, in order to do this, we need linseed oil, which is actually relatively easy for us to generate. And an alembic. Okay. The alembic needs heat. That is going to be potentially a problem. Nothing too crazy though, because I think I will set it up in the old school method, at least for now. Now, 300 to make 15. That is quite the investment. For now, we are just going to bring it up. We will worry about everything else in a bit. Well, that's actually quite worrisome. That takes quite a bit of fertility to make. That. Okay. See, as much as I want to pull from here, I don't know if it's gonna work. I'm gonna try at least. Might as well humor the insanity. Oh. Let's do that. Okay. That does work. Gonna run it this way. Move the pipes here and here. Yeah, this might become a standard thing as I start pumping ingredient stuff where I need it. I believe in the future I will probably pump it along the ceiling, but it does, you know, work. Some more iron. Come here. Boing. Boing. And then there we go. That is quite a bit better. Now, the next thing we want to do We don't need to go this crazy with it, but this does actually help us out quite a bit. And we'll just split off a little bit of this, toss some of that in there for it to do very little, and we will be pumping fuel in here. So with that in mind, let's think for a second. Okay, so we've got most of this set up operating with a bit of a decent level. We have lavender oil coming out. The only downside is we don't have a great source of lavender. And that's because no matter what I do, this is going to be excessively expensive. Hopefully that backs up relatively quickly because well, that's a thing. Okay, next thing we need to do is come here. And we need to make a flask to hold all this together. And we want to intentionally make it a little bit taller. Okay. And of course the lavender is barely making a difference here. So we do need to come here. Come on. That. And I believe the first order of business is going to be self-generation. And by that, I mean we need to make sure that it is self-containing that. Now I do need to generate that blast potion, because if I don't, I'm not going to have anything to keep this stuff burning. This charcoal powder is what, 62 in terms of a fuel source. So when I come here, black powder is where it's at. The problem is, let me see if I can find where I started producing my black powder. Because if I'm not mistaken, I'm producing it up here. Let's see. Oh no, that's the, what, sulfur? Good to know that I have that, leaving in that manner, but there we go. Fortunately, we are not generating enough right now for it to be a viable solution. We also want to do this offset by 1, and the reason we're doing that is so that it doesn't have a double set chance of going in there. And for now, let's see. Target's too far. And that's fine for now. Let's see. Okay. At least now, in theory, that should get some gunpowder in there. Gonna help. What are you waiting on? You are waiting on vitality. Ooh, sorry everyone. And then the vitality. Let's see if... it's not a lot, but it can hold for now. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I do believe the steel gears have a better heat value for this. Funny that the lavender oil is no longer the thing I'm worried about. The main question is gonna be, I come here, hit 6, do that, refocus that, click on those. Of course, there's no heat. Because why would there be heat? I think for right now we are going to drop down on exactly one of these. Now I do like the steam boiler. It basically centralizes your heat generation. You just have to start basically upgrading a boiler room instead of everything else. But as you can tell, it's still using quite a bit of fuel. Grab this black powder. Toss that in there. And now in theory, everything should still be running, just not running as quickly. Oop. Boom. Yeah. Go here. Set you up for high heat. Maybe set you up for medium heat so that you're burning at a pace that is acceptable. I really do need to figure out what is more efficient. Is the low heat boiler, the high heat boiler, so on and so forth. Okay. Produces another one of those, produces another one of these. And looking at the value of this, my question becomes, by making soap, not only do I potentially make more of one thing or another, yeah, I'm definitely gonna get that. This little paradox crucible might become very useful if I start throwing the unstable catalyst inside of it. However, that does mean we have to get our heat going. I think what I'm going to do is disconnect that. Do that. And come here to our little steam engine. Which is really convenient that I don't need water for this, because that feels like one of those things that, like, probably should have had water for. Okay. You're producing that. That is barely enough. Is it enough for this dough? Oh, okay, so you are what eats up a lot of heat processing. Means I need to use absolutely some of the best ingredients for this, simply by virtue of how to maintain the whole thing. So that's 3 times, and okay, so it's there's no reason not to do that. Except for the fact that the heat just doesn't generate. Okay. Okay. So here's the thing I'm going to test. This catalyst takes 1 second. Barely uses, like, it used up the heat, but it does not use up anywhere near as much heat. So I believe the catalyst is now our new favorite for this, because that takes 3 seconds. While not a lot slower, it is slower. So, here comes the multi-million-dollar question. Do this, then do this, because we don't want too much sitting there. And then go boom. Target is too close. Have not seen that one before. So here's a funny attempt. If I do this and this, not too close. Boom. And then take that. Take that. It does increase how much is there, but now the whole thing is able to backlog. Nice and carefully. Okay. And now the heat generation is our holdup. So. Yeah, we're gonna have to find a good way of doing that, which is gonna require the blast potion. And the problem with the blast potion, come down to it. No, I don't even think I have it unlocked because I'm currently, yep. Currently too poor to do the blast potion. So, let me see. Okay, I can pull it out of there. I think I brought soap up here, but also well, for right now, we're gonna go here, 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 and this is done in a blender. So, grab our blender. Now, yes, it is a bit of a problem because the... Ooh, steel gears, that's... Interesting issue to have there, actually. But, oh, we're gonna get more research soon, hopefully. Come on. There we go. Gotta remember not to double it on accident. Come on. Okay, I might just need to build, like, a staircase tower. If I do it from here, will that reach? No, too far. From here. Yep, okay. Boom. Boom. Gotta hit just the right angle. There we go. Boom. Soap. Soap. Okay. Now the question becomes, how do I get this downstairs? Because... coins... Do I have anything else from up here going downstairs? I really don't think I do, which is problematic. Problematic at the best understanding, at least, but it is still problematic. What on earth am I... What on earth is this? Okay, copper goes there. That goes there, that goes there. Anything else? Goes this way. Okay, I can actually work with this. Because if I just use this one thing, I should be all set. However, that is for the next episode. Alright, everybody. Take it easy.